Howdy gamers, my name is IELOL, and for the past week I've been going hard grinding as much gold as I possibly could just to challenge myself. I streamed the entire thing, documented the whole process, exactly how much gold I got from doing each activity each day, and used a very reliable loot tracker to track every item and currency that I received over this time as well. Tracking all the currency I received over this week as well meant I could convert all of that into gold at the end of the week too. An often forgotten step when farming gold in this game, and it's actually kind of crazy how much extra gold I got just from the currency conversion alone. I tried to take advantage of a wide variety of different PvE farms to keep it nice and fresh. I even tried a couple of farms that I've never really done before as well, and one of them actually kind of blew my mind with how profitable it was, so hopefully you get some use out of that. As well as just some of the general gold farming tips and tricks along the way. So let's get started. So the first thing I knew I wanted to do was organize a set of daily activities. So just a few things that I can smash out each day before going on to whatever else I had planned for that day. I decided to do the Ice Brood Saga Fast 5 strikes, the daily End of Dragon and Secrets of the Obscure strikes, and the T4 daily and recommended fractals. Doing these every day not only gave me a great amount of gold in the form of items and materials, but also some very high value currencies like Eternal Eye Shards and Green and Blue Prophet Shards, which we can turn into even more gold later on. Since I did these activities every day, I'll just refer to them as my daily activities from here on. So let's go through exactly what I did each day with rough figures on how much gold I got for each activity, as well as an exact number for the amount of total profit I got at the end of each day. Alrighty, so on day one, the very first thing I did on day one was get my weekly ass. So if you don't know, this vendor in Arborstone, which is unlocked with the globalization and the Dragon's Mastery, lets you use a variety of different currencies to purchase some antique summoning stones each week, which is basically just some free gold every week. Whether you sell these or use them to craft Gen 3 legendaries, this was about 8 gold profit. I then decided to smash out a few raid wings. Since this was the start of the week, this was the best time to do it, since it's right after the weekly reset, so it's the most popular time to raid and the easiest time to find groups. I managed to find a nice group that was going through the first 4 wings, which was perfect for me, and so I quickly went through all of those, made about 50 gold from these in about 2.5 hours. It was then time to smash out my daily activities. I ended up getting a very nice 70 gold from these today, which was actually the highest profit I got from the daily activities all week. I then hit a quick leyline anomaly for my mystic coin, got about 3 gold profit from this in a couple of minutes. The Festival of the 4 Winds was active during this challenge as well, so of course I took advantage of the Boss Blitz event, which netted me a nice 10 gold in only about 15 minutes. Since you get some bonus loot for the first 3 Boss Blitz rounds you complete each day, just doing 3 rounds of this each day is pretty high value. Then I finished out the day with a Dragon Storm, which decided to bless me with a solid 12 gold drop on top of the regular loot. So I actually got about 20 gold from this Dragon Storm, which is a lot more than you would usually get. I got pretty lucky. Total profit for day 1 was 150 gold, 69 silver, and 47 copper. After completing my daily activities, which net me about 50 gold, I kicked off day 2 with a quick leech of the final boss of the Gaela Delve meta and the chest run back through the tunnel, which nabbed me a nice easy 12 gold. I then jumped into a Guildie's Dragon's End run and I got about 22 gold from that. I then found a Drizzlewood squad, so I jumped in there and completed some of that. It was about halfway through the North meta when I jumped in, so half of the North meta, like the second half, gave me about 12 gold. We then stayed and completed a full Drizzlewood South meta after that, which gave me about 32 gold. Not too bad. After that, I quickly smacked the shit out of the Great Jungle Worm, the core world boss, which probably gave me a couple of gold or something, I don't know. And then finished off the day with some more boss blitz, and I got about 17 gold from it this time. Total profit for day 2 was 146 gold, 59 silver, and 51 copper. For day 3, daily activities gave me about 50 gold, after which I decided to run a little meta train, which is always good fun when streaming. Got a couple more people in the stream from the train, you know. We hit many different metas from all expansions and got around about 46 gold profit at the end of the meta train. I decided to then log into a couple parked alt characters. This is not something that I do very often anymore, just because I find it super boring. Most of the time is spent just looking at loading screens, which I do enough of already. But today I just quickly logged into my character parked at the Sanctum of Nabka in Crystal Oasis map, the Daily Jade runestone at the end of the jumping puzzle in New Carning City, as well as just a couple parked at the Flaxseed cluster in Verdant Brink. I then did a quick little run around the Janthir Wilds to grab a handful of little Daily Jade runestones. They're sitting at around about 50 silver each at the moment, the Jade runestones. So all of these quick alt logins and Jade runestone run nabbed me about 4 gold in total. After this, I quickly smashed out just 3 rounds of boss splits again to earn a quick 9 gold, then jumped into another Dragon Storm for another 6 gold. I knew I wanted to try some fishing soon, which is not something that I had done much before this point, and I certainly never had properly done it, like with optimal bait and locations and stuff. So I decided to just dip my toes into some fishing on day 3 and get prepared for a proper fishing session on day 4. So I just got my fishing character prepped and fished for like 10 minutes. I also had my first run-in with a fishing bug that didn't take long. I ended up wasting 4 fish jerky. So I ended up just breaking even after my quick fishing session because of that fish jerky that I wasted. I finished the day off by crafting some fish jerky, which actually resulted in a few gold profits since the recipe can only be unlocked during the Festival of the Four Winds. So it's usually decently profitable to craft these fish jerky. Total profit for day 3 was 121 gold, 43 silver and 61 copper. Alrighty, day 4 was a big one. Daily activities gave us 61 gold. I also salvaged a bunch of rare unidentified gear, which I'd been collecting. That resulted in a nice 20-ish gold profit, just because of the price of ectos are so ridiculous right now. I think they were around like 45 silver each when I did this. I think they're like over 50 silver now. They're going pretty crazy at the moment. I hit a quick Shadow Behemoth core world boss and grabbed just 1 quick Jade runestone. Both of these giving us roughly a half gold each. After that, it was time for one of the craziest things that happened all week, to be honest. I decided to finally give the Sunken Chest farm a proper go. And trust me when I tell you, this farm is absolutely mental gold per hour right now. This is sort of an old farm that was revamped a couple of months ago, where all you need to do is basically waypoint around to a handful of different core maps to open these sunken treasure chests with ornate rusted keys, and you get these swim speed infusions from the chest, as well as some bonus ones from like a repeatable achievement after opening so many chests. These infusions are selling for around 25 silver each right now, and while we were farming these chests, our gold per hour was like going up and down between 50 and 54 gold per hour, which is just completely ridiculous for such an easy, soloable like core farm. The only caveat being you do need the ornate rusted keys, which are pretty time gated. You can only get 1 per day from the Blood in the Water achievement by killing 10 crate, as well as 10 per week for some karma from Dive Master Astora in Lion's Arch. But if you're like me, you had a decent amount of them piling up over the years that you just never used. So I ended up with about 34 gold profit after roughly half an hour of farming these chests. Pretty insane. Next up, it was time for my first proper go at fishing. I made sure I was in corner during the day and using scorpion bait with maxed out fishing power, which is supposed to give you the highest gold per hour. I fished here for a solid hour and I ended up with a nice 25 gold profit. It's not quite as high as some numbers that I've seen around for fishing, but it's still not bad. I also spent about 2 gold on some fishing supplies during this time, so I suppose it would have been about closer to 27 gold if I didn't grab those during this fishing session. After the fishing, I hit another Dragon's End for another 22 gold. Then I farmed Dragonfall for just under an hour and a half and got about 46 gold. Dragonfall is definitely another favorite of mine. Not only do you get fantastic gold just from its normal drops, but with the Karmic Retribution map buff that you can get with a simple one-time purchase from the Mist Warden Quartermaster NPC, it makes farming here also give a bunch of extra volatile magic, which is just one of the best currencies to convert to more gold, and you'll see why towards the end of this video. To finish out the day, I converted some weekly green profit shards to mystic coins as well for a nice bonus 21 gold there. Total profit for day 4, 226 gold, 22 silver, and 88 copper. Definitely the biggest day so far. For day 5, we got 54 gold from our daily activities. We got 3 gold from a quick Chak Garant, then went straight back into some more sunken chest farming for another 25 gold. At this point, I was pretty hooked on this farm, to be honest. We were still easily hitting about 50 gold per hour, and it's just so chill, and it's doable at any time, completely solo, which you'll know I'm a big fan of if you've seen this video about why I love rift hunting. Not only that, but it's also a core map farm, and I'll just always have a soft spot in my heart for core maps. I really like core maps. Next up, we jumped into a convergence challenge mode group, which turned out to be a big waste of time since we failed. Still got about 1 gold worth of pity loot from this though, so I guess it's better than nothing. It happens. A quick Octavine gave us about 14 gold, and I managed to find another Dragonfall squad that was right at the end of the meta, so I quickly jumped in just for the final boss and the champion train, which gave me a very nice 20 gold in like 15 to 20 minutes. Next up, it was time for another farm that was pretty new to me. So the Buried Treasure Farm in the Desert Highlands. For those unfamiliar, there are these treasure hunting kits that drop from all sorts of activities in the Path of Fire maps. And you can use these to search for these buried treasure boxes. It can be done at any time. However, there is a 20-minute window period of time that happens every 2 hours in the Desert Highlands map. Similar to like a timed meta event, where if you use the treasure hunting kits in this map during this 20-minute window, they instead give you superior treasure chests, which is supposedly supposed to have slightly better loot. I gave it a solid go, and I found as many buried treasures as I could in this 20-minute window. And in the end, I managed to get 20 of them, which is exactly 1 box a minute, which is pretty good. And opening them all revealed pretty much what I expected, that this is a terrible farm with essentially no reason to do it. I got about 3.5 gold from it in total, which was like 10 gold an hour or something, and you can only do it like 20 minutes at a time every 2 hours. Definitely not worth it, especially compared to the sunken treasure chest farm. That is literally like 50 gold an hour, so it's about 5 times the profitability. And to be honest, I think it's even easier. The only thing is you can't do it infinitely because you do need those keys. But technically, the same applies to this one because you do need these treasure hunting kits, which are limited, but they're just a lot easier to get. But it was a fun little experiment nonetheless. I also decided to take advantage of some Secrets of the Obscure weapon crafting for a quick little bit of extra gold. So there are these exotic weapons that you can craft using the map currencies that you can pick from the Hero's Choice chest from the SOTO meta events. These weapons always seem to sell for a nice profit since they are required for some achievements, and the items that you need to craft them are time gated to once a day, as well as being a big part of the legendary obsidian armor, so they're always in high demand. I crafted 2 Stormforged weapons, 2 Storm's Eye weapons, and a Sarex weapon for a total of about 49 gold profit, which is quite nice. Total profit for day 5 is 176 gold, 80 silver, and 11 copper. Moving on to day 6, daily activities gave us about 52 gold. We also hit a couple of meta events early on, Octavine and Doomlore Shrine, which net us a cool 17 gold there. We got another 13 gold from some more unidentified gear salvaging, 2 gold from a quick Choya Pinata, and a little bit of more sunken treasure chest farming gave us 11 gold, and then we did another fishing sesh in Domain of Corner for 22 gold this time. Next up, I managed to find a Gaia Delve squad, so I joined in on that pretty close to the beginning. I got 16 gold from this meta, and I did also spend 6 gold in keys, so it would have been actually about 22 gold if I didn't do that, and I definitely had enough keys, so I'm not really sure why I bought those keys, but whatever. After that, I decided to go and be a lucky little boy and do a normal mode convergence and drop a supreme rune of holding. So these have a rare chance to drop from convergences, and they are used to craft 32 slot bags, so they're quite valuable. So I managed to make quite a lovely 32 gold profit from like a 17-minute convergence, which is very nice. A little Dragonstorm gave us another 7 gold, and a Drakkar gave us another 3 gold to finish out the day. Total profit for day 6 was 170 gold, 64 silver, and 50 copper. And for the final day of the challenge, day 7, daily activities net us 51 gold. Then we got things rolling with some more Dragonfall farming for 37 gold there. Next up, we joined someone else's meta train this time and tried something a little different. We managed to weave in a little bit of sunken treasure chests in between some of the metas during some downtime. This felt pretty min-max, but it wasn't really that great. We weren't breaking any gold per hour records, unfortunately. So we got about 60 gold from this meta train and sunken treasure chest farm. After that, I just hit a few boss blitz rounds again for a quick 8 gold. Then opened the weekly Ice Brood Saga Strikes chest in the Eye of the North. So this is just a chest that you can open once per week with some blue profit crystals. Gives you more loot the more strikes that you've completed that week. So I technically didn't get maximum value out of this, since I've only been doing the fast 5 strikes daily. And I didn't do the other 2, the Forging Steel and Cold War, but those 2 strikes stink, so there's no way I was doing them. I still got a nice 4 gold from opening this chest. And finally, after all this farming, it was time to convert all of the currency that I've earned over the past week into gold, as well as opening a bunch of bags that I had been hoarding throughout the week as well. On some days, I was using some of the daily converter items to convert a little bit of assorted items into these little loot bags that have some random valuable junk when you open them. I didn't remember to do this every day. I just did it kind of a handful of times throughout the week. And also, between the 2 main characters that I played, I had built up a decent amount of might and magic scavenger bags, which is it's an upgrade to my Jade bot that will periodically make mobs also drop a little extra bag of loot when killed. I just included the profit I got from opening all of these with the currency conversion for the week. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is the Eternal Eye Shards. These things here, I've got probably most of these from the Ice Brood Saga strikes, but any Ice Brood Saga meta I'm pretty sure gives these as well, so I did a few Drakkars throughout the week, and I'm going to convert these into volatile magic, and then convert all that volatile magic to gold as well. There's literally just this Karma Merchant in Eye of the North, so let's go ahead and convert 350 Mistborn Motes. So if we buy that, and then you just consume all of this. And as you can see, this is giving me volatile magic. Boom. Next up, we will do the Astral Acclaim. And we are not going to get great value from our Astral Acclaim because, as you can see, I've kind of purchased everything already. All we have left now, the infinitely obtainable, really expensive bag of gold coins, which is 35 Astral Acclaim each, but it will be better than nothing. And that has given us an extra 33 gold, so let's go ahead and open this up. That's just straight up raw gold directly into my wallet. I suppose we'll do Imperial Favor next. Alright, so here is the vendor, which is going to allow us to convert our Imperial Favor. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to go ahead and just buy 5 of those. Let's find out. Let's open up these bags of fish. Okay, a little bit more profit there. On to the next currency. What do we got next? Volatile magic. Head over to any Season 4 map. So this lad will sell me trophy shipments for 250 volatile magic and 1 gold. So we are actually going to have to invest some gold. 72 gold. This is going to actually come out of our profit tracker. Check this out. I'm going to purchase 72 of these. Now we're back down to 150, but it's about to go a lot higher than that when we open up all these. Are you ready? Let's open this shit up. Boom. Oh yeah. Now we're back up to 324 gold. That is the value of volatile magic, my friend. We did get 10 laurels. I suppose we may as well. Let's convert our laurels as well. We'll go with the medium crafting bag and we'll be buying exactly 10 of these. So we'll just open up these. Boom. There's just a little bit more gold on top there. And that's it. That's gaming week over. That was definitely a really interesting experience. And there we go. There's the grand reveal. We managed to farm 1,327 gold and 71 silver in 1 week. And that's with all of the currencies converted. Well, most of them, actually. This is all the currencies that I have got. And this is after converting them. So as you can see, it's now saying 0 laurels. I converted all my laurels. We did get 181 spirit shards, so we could definitely get a lot of gold out of that if we like, you know, wanted to convert that as well. That'd be pretty good. This is our total liquid gold. So we are out of all of, this is like the total value of everything that we obtained. This is the actual liquid gold that I've earned. Not a lot, as you can see. It's only a very small percentage of my total profit. Also, that was a little bit more before, but obviously I spent like 72 gold in order to convert my my volatile magic. So yeah, as you can see, we've still got 114 volatile magic because we rounded that down. We've still got 10 astral acclaim because we couldn't spend that. But yeah, for the most part, this is about it. This on here is literally just every single item, I guess, that I obtained. Looks like we got nearly 500 ectoplasm. We got fucking 2.7 thousand green unidentified gear. 100 rares, 19 mystic coins, 18 ambergris. That was from our fishing that we got. This is quite interesting looking at all this, actually. Looks like we got a celebration booster. That was from doing the Wizards Vault weeklies. We got some ascended gear, probably from fractals. I suppose that'll just about do it. That's my answer right there. I was wondering how much gold I can grind in 1 week. I suppose that's it there. 1,300. To be honest, that is above my expectations. But yeah, that's it. Wow, I suppose I've got a lot of editing ahead of me now.